Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with the start of a new reading vlog that I'm very excited for. I've been anticipating this because May is an amazing release month and there are amazing releases in the first week and a half, and I have a couple arcs, so I'm going to do another new releases reading vlog, and I'm already into one of them. It is Beyond the Thistles by Samantha Young. This one comes out tomorrow, the day I'm filming this. I'm starting this Monday the 1st, and this one comes out the 2nd, and I did get a copy from Samantha. She sent it to me, and this one is a romantic suspense, bodyguard, woman on the run, single mom, small town, age gap, in Scotland romance. Like, if that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will. This starts out where she experiences something really traumatic, and then we flash to her living in Scotland, working at the estate that actually her other series is about. So it's like this place where a bunch of rich people stay, and that, I forget, the Adair series, I think. I read the first one, thought it was okay. I think I want to physically read the rest of them though, because the audio wasn't my favorite. Like, the story, like hearing it through audio, I think I would like the pacing better if I was physically reading it. But this one, it takes place at the estate because she's working there and he's a bodyguard there, and someone attacks her, he saves her, and then someone else attacks her, so now he's like, I gotta protect you. So that is the trope, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Like I said, I'm already 125 pages in, and I was only on page 20 yesterday, so I've read a lot today, and I plan on reading a lot more today, and I'm just loving it so much. So very excited to have this, and I'm loving it. And then I do have an arc of Max Monroe's new book, and I have an arc of Ella Mays's new book, and I have Kat Singleton's new book, and I might have one more. So I am not going to get too much into those though. I'll let you know more about them once I get to them, but I just want to check in real quick and chat about what I'm reading because this is going to be a really good vlog. But I have to go work out and not read an arc. I have to finish up a book that I hadn't finished yet on ebook. So I'm going to do that, and then I will chat with you guys maybe tonight once I've read it, because I plan on reading a lot more of this tonight because I am loving it. I don't even know what day it is, but I am 230 pages into my book, which is Beyond the Thistles. Anyways, so this is so good so far. So I feel like if you really love Catherine's books, Catherine Cowles, you would love this because it's definitely romantic suspense. It's more spicy than Catherine's are. This one, he's her bodyguard. So he is a bodyguard for the estate she works on. Like I said, it's the estate from book 1. And she is pretty much a woman on the run. She's running away from someone in her past, and she's attacked by someone at the actual estate that she stays at, and then something else happens to her. So like, okay, who is it? Is this someone from your past or this person at the estate? They're trying to uncover that, and Walker is like, I'm not leaving your side. And then they start a kind of friends with benefits situation because he's really into her, she's really into him, and she hasn't been with anybody in a long time because the last guy she tried to date, someone from her past tried to kill him because they didn't want them near her. So now she is trying to hide from this person and protect her daughter too, because her daughter's like 10. I really enjoy her daughter as well. So her and Walker start hooking up. I really like it, and obviously they're catching feelings for each other, and they have stronger feelings, they just don't want to admit it. And Walker has a past we haven't really uncovered yet, and why he's so stoic and like pushes people away. So it's really good so far. Definitely super overprotective, touch and you die vibes, and romantic suspense because there might have been some kidnapping happening. But the Scottish Highlands too are gorgeous. She posted on Instagram the estate that inspired this book and the setting. Gorgeous. It is so stunning. I definitely recommend checking out her Instagram and seeing that, but loving this, and I'm going to continue reading. And then I am going to start next my Max Monroe audio. So that one, she is a writer, and she wrote a fan fiction about her new editor because she has a huge crush on him, and she meant to turn in her other book but attached the wrong one on accident. That's why it's called Accidental Attachment. So he's reading it, and I think it's like a spicy fanfic, and they have to now like work on it together, and they fall for each other. So it's like workplace and sounds really fun. And I used to read Max Monroe a few years ago and loved their books. I like binged all their audiobooks. And so I'm excited for a new one from them. I did get it from NetGalley. I think it just released, but NetGalley had audio arcs, so I downloaded that. But I plan today, read this. Hopefully my sister goes out and gets us some ice cream because she said she would. But we'll see if that happens. So I will update you guys when I'm done. I do have reading sprints tonight. My Patreon and Tori's and Cheyenne's are all doing a reading sprint together. So that's gonna be fun. Hello, I'm here for an update. I did finish Beyond the Thistles, and how am I only one book in? I loved it, I'm giving 5 stars. It was definitely very cute, very spicy though, and very romantic suspense, very stoic, damaged hero. Something happened to him in the past that he doesn't tell her, and that's definitely a point of contention in their relationship. He's hiding stuff after she's been so open and honest with him about her past and her past traumas, and I love the single mom aspect. I love the bodyguard romance aspect. Definitely touch her and you die. It was fun being in the Scottish Highlands, and that definitely felt very atmospheric, and I just really liked it. It was definitely spicier than I thought it would be too, because they have a sort of friends with benefits situation first, because neither one of them wants to get attached, and it's been a while for her, and he really likes her. So I loved that. Definitely some back and forth in their relationship, which, I mean, it's 360 pages, so there's got to be some conflict, but I also really love the romantic suspense. I think I already said it, but if you love Catherine Cowles, I think you'd love Samantha Young. I think you'd love this book. I really want to go back and read the rest of her Adair series. I asked a friend and they said 2 and 5 are their favorite. I gave book 1 of the Adair series 3 stars. It was okay, but like I said before, the audio just like was not engaging enough for me. So I'm going to try to read those physically before Book Bonanza, because she is going and I'm very excited to see her. And I have started 2 other books. So I've started Max Monroe. I did take my dogs on a walk, and I mowed the lawn today. So my lawn really need mowed because it had been 4 days of straight rain, and I hadn't mowed it since last Thursday. I was like, on Sunday I wanted to, and then it rained every other day. So I had a lot of work to do on that lawn. The grass was just so long. I am really enjoying this so far. It's a lot of fun. So I'm not really a rom-com kind of reader, but this isn't too over the top. She wrote her fanfic about him, accidentally turned it in, and now he is really excited about it. His sister is a huge fan of hers, which I love, and he is trying to pitch the book to the publishing house, and they don't really do romance. So she initially wrote like this fantasy series that was got turned into a Netflix movie, so she was supposed to write book 1 of a spinoff, and so now she has to go on tour for that. But what I really love about this is that she has a condition where her blood pressure is not really controlled that well, so she will pass out, and she has a service dog that will help like find her, like see the symptoms and help make sure she's like okay and is a good spot so that she can pass out and be safe. And so it did happen in front of the hero once, and I really liked how he dealt with that, and so I really love having that, and that has to affect her. And so they want to take her on a book tour, and she's like, I can't go on a plane. She tried before. She had an episode and they had to redirect the flight for her, and she was like, it was traumatizing, I don't want to do that again. So now they're like, we'll rent an RV for you and you can go over 3 weeks on this tour. And the hero is like, she's got a book due in 3 months. Like, they are doing edits so quickly to try to turn it around, get it out there on the high of her career. So, and she's like doing the edits on a book she wrote about him. And it was such a funny conversation when she's doing that, because she did upload the wrong manuscript and the hero loved it. And so he volunteers to go on the tour with her so they can do edits while she's on tour, and it's gonna be amazing. I loved how his sister is so obsessed with her as a romance author too, and is like a huge fan of hers, and I like their dynamic so far. Nothing too romantic yet. Like, she obviously has like a super huge crush on him, but that's really all that is so far. He's just super sweet to her, and I'm enjoying it so far. But I'm also reading Charlie Love and Cliches by Ella Mays, and this book is like a warm hug. It is the cutest book ever. They actually had spent like a week together 6 years ago, and just met at the diner all the time and saw each other all the time, and then went their separate ways. He got married, now he's divorced, and he gets hired as like a manager at her dad's company, and they're like a PR crisis firm, and she is treated horribly by her father and her sister and constantly told she's not good enough when she works the hardest and is the best worker at their company. So he comes on and he's like, you're so talented. He's like, but you're supposed to be on my team, yet your dad's putting you on all these other projects. And he is so sweet to her, and she is very clumsy and awkward, and I love it. And she just says what's on her mind with him. She comes into the office this like complete wreck. She has all these balloons and this cake, and it was pouring down rain, and it's just like all the recipe for a disaster. And that was when his first day was, and I just really think it's so cute. It's so cute. I can't help but smiling the whole time, and I love their dynamic between them is adorable. And now they're neighbors, and it's adorable. And she has a new dog too, which I love. So it's a lot of fun. It's an office romance right now, but they're not together. They did just run into each other as neighbors, but they agreed to be friends. And she's like, I don't have a crush on you. She's like, I did back then, but like not anymore. And he's like, okay. So it's so cute so far. Like I said, it's just like adorable. It just reminds me of Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, where it's just like you want to hug these characters and keep them safe because they're so precious. That's how this book is, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I do have to edit a video, and then I'm watching Survivor with my sister, and then the new Queen Charlotte show. So today's a little bit of a busy night. It is about almost 5 o'clock now. So my sister just went to pick up Chinese food for dinner as a little treat, and so we're gonna have that. I don't know how much more reading I'll get done tonight. I'll try, but I might not have to you guys till tomorrow. My screen is like glaring against me. I'll move that. So I am actually watching some hockey. I've been putting it on every night, and it's been a lot of fun, but I noticed it because of TikTok. They're obsessed with hockey right now, especially Book Talk. So I have been putting it on when I don't have anything to watch, if I'm just like doing something, want something in the background. So I am 60% into Charlie. I did have a really productive day. I was working this morning on stuff, and then I filmed 2 videos and just finished editing one of them. So I'm hoping to end everything at 9. It's 8:40 now, so I can just read for the rest of the night and hopefully finish this by tomorrow. This one is just so adorable. Like, they obviously really like each other because they have a past, right? So they were crushing on each other like 6 years ago, and now they're working together, and we're getting to the hero starting to crush on her more, and I love it. And Charlie's just like such a fun character. She's unapologetically herself. She works so hard. She cares so hard for people, and I just really love her. And she's dating. She's putting herself out there, and she lets people take advantage of her, like her family, and she just tries to prove herself, and I'm loving it. I cannot wait until they actually get together. But I did finish the Max Monroe. I'm giving it a solid 4 stars. So this one, I saw the conflict coming a mile away, and like as soon as something happened, I was like, oh, this is gonna be the 3rd act breakup. I know, and it was, which is fine, but this one kind of went on a little bit too long. But other than that, I love the forced proximity. I loved how he just became so smitten with her, and he was like, oh my gosh, like what is happening to me? And I thought it was super cute. I loved how people were loving her book, and we got to see different snippets of the book. And I was a little confused though, because the female narrator used kind of more of like a southern twang for the hero's voice, and Joe Arden does not have a southern twang. So I'm pretty sure it was Joe Arden who narrated this. So it was a little odd hearing her speak for him for a little bit in the beginning, and then I got used to it. But hi, Miss Lily, come on up. Okay, Lily might jump up, so hopefully she doesn't knock the camera over. Come on. So overall, it was a solid 4-star read. It was really fun because he was going on tour with her, and she kind of really reminded me of Charlie. She's just a very quirky character too, and I really liked their dynamic. I liked it. And this one had fun characters that like were never really there, but were still part of it, like her sister and his sister. And I just liked how like so much was on the line for him, but he started kind of losing focus of that because he started to really fall for her and was more worrying about like her, and her dog was adorable. But there's also a dog in Charlie, so I feel like reading these 2 at the same time was not the smartest idea because they're so similar. Obviously the plot's different, but the heroines had the same vibe. They both had dogs, and the heroes were like slowly sweetly falling for them, and they're just fun. So Accidental Attachment gets 4 stars, and I'm going to continue reading Charlie and update you guys later. Hi guys, so I actually came home to an exciting package from Kat Singleton. It has so many fun goodies. If you want to see my full unboxing, I have a reel on Instagram, but it included a paperback of the book I wanted to talk about today. So I finished the LMAs last night on Reading Sprints, gave that 5 stars. How adorable this couple is. I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed with Charlie and William and how smitten they were with each other, how William could not even focus at all. He literally could not focus around her, and once they started like admitting their feelings for each other, and it was so cute, and I loved the end. And now he's like, I'm never letting this happen again, where he let her go before, and I loved it. And the ending, the like final like we want to be together scene was so adorable, and I just love their connection. Like the second half made me feel so giddy. I was like, they are perfect for each other, they're so into each other, and they just love touching each other, and the workplace romance aspect really came into play here, and I was obsessed. So cute, and I really did enjoy the ending. So 5 stars to that one. If you want just one that's gonna make you happy and cozy, read that book. It was perfection, and she was working like on his team, and he was basically her boss, but he couldn't stop like touching her during meetings or like guiding her by her back with his hand. It was so good. I loved how obsessed he was with her. But I did start Rewrite Our Story, and this is so good. I did enjoy Black Ties and White Lies, but that wasn't something that I was like a 5-star read for me. I ended up giving it 3.5, rounding up to 4. This one is exactly what I love. It is a best friends brothers romance, second chance, small town. She is a romance writer, and she is back in her hometown because her best friend's mom died, which means that Cade's mom died. And Cade is the guy she's been in love with for pretty much her entire life, and they finally got together when they were like 19 and 20, and then something happened where, well, I think she was 18 technically, possibly, and something happened where they broke up. Now it is a few years later, and Cade is this cowboy, and he works with horses, and she's a romance writer, and she doesn't live there anymore, and they're back together, and we get flashbacks to when they were falling in love and finally giving in to each other, and now we are where he's getting jealous and she's around a lot. And I love it because Catherine Cowell's book had the same thing, where they would just like sleep with each other, like physically sleep with each other just to feel comfort, and that was really like the basis of their relationship, and then it slowly turned into something more, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love it how they just like to be close and touching, but it didn't turn into anything more until like a little bit later, and that's how this one is, and I'm loving it so much. And this is so pretty. So we have this as like the first page, which I really like, and obviously it's really sad because their mom died, and so it starts out like with them at the mom's funeral. That's why she is in town, because like she's trying to be there for her best friend. But it is so good. I'm loving it so much, and I really love this cover a lot. I love the scrapbooky feel, and there's some really cute things in here, including this adorable hair clip, which I'm already excited to wear because I wear these kinds of clips all the time. And we got a candle, and I'm really excited. It's from Stella Candle Company, and I'm excited. So I'm gonna close this. It's such a gorgeous box too. I just did an unboxing for Instagram, so that's on there. I also did get in the mail from Ava Hunter. I won this from her Instagram. It's Baby Moon or Bust. It's like the proof copy, and I have it now so I can read it, which I'm really excited for because I did not get the arc of it. So, and she signed it for me, which is so sweet. I really like the last 2 books in her series of her Nashville Star series, I think. It is Surprise Pregnancy, but I feel like knowing that going in, I might like it better. So I am halfway through the Kat Singleton book right now, so I think that I'm going to continue absolutely loving it. It is so good, so much tension between them now because she's really angry at him because he obviously broke her heart in the past, and he doesn't want anybody touching her, and his friend was flirting with her in the past, and he's still flirting with her now, and he's like, you need to just back off, she's mine. And they're like, what are you talking about? You never claimed her. So I'm really enjoying it. Definitely small town, lots of horses too because they go horseback riding as well, and she's trying to be there for her best friend, but she is crushing on her best friend's brother. So I'm gonna keep on reading, and I will update you guys when I have some more to talk about. Hi guys, I am currently in my kitchen, and I just got home from work. I wore my pretty like Rapunzel, it's long dress to work today, and sometimes if I'm like, oh, I gotta go to work, I dress cute so that I feel better about going to work. But I have updates for you. So I am almost 80% into, I think I'm 75% into Rewrite Our Story, and I'm really enjoying it. Still, I do think that it's not a complete 5-star because like 50 to 70% was like literally all spice, and it was flashing back between the past when they first got together like physically and the present when they're finally getting back together physically. So we just had like chapters long spice scenes, which are not my favorite, but that was like with Kat Singleton's other book too that I read by her. So if you love a lot of spice and like really lengthy spice scenes, you're gonna love this. I was like, let's like get back to the story. I was like, and what is like even happening with the story right now, because we know that they're gonna break up in the past, so it's definitely like two linear storylines interwoven, because we have them falling in love in the past, knowing that they broke up, and them reconnecting in the future, the present, after his mom passed. So we see them kind of sneaking around, him getting jealous, and then I do like how it lined up where like we see them physically get together both times, but I'm like, this is a lot in like 20% of this 400-page book. So I didn't necessarily need those scenes, so I'm leaning more towards 4.5. We'll see how the end goes, because like obviously they want to be together. I do think it's kind of like a little heavy-handedly setting up the next book, because it's kind of obvious it's going to be the sister with this guy that she met, and they're really focusing on this little interaction heavily, and I'm like, I get it. Like, it didn't need to be that over the top. It could have been a little bit more subtle. So I didn't absolutely love that scene either, because I just got to there where the sister's like, oh, this man is so annoying to me. And then she just ran into him again. And I'm like, okay, we're getting their romance, obviously. So I think it should have been like a little, like I said, a little more subtle. But overall, it's such a cute small town romance still. Stuff happened in the barn, and I feel like it's just like a really fun cowboy romance. So I'm excited to finish it. I did just get home from work, like I said, so I have to go work out, and I'm gonna read more of this. Since I have the ebook, I can't read while I run, so I'm gonna go work out. My dogs are actually at my parents' house right now. My sister worked a 12-hour day shift today. Normally she's night, and so that means that the dogs would have been home alone for like 10 hours. My dogs have only been home alone like max like 2 hours a day. Like, that is the longest we leave our dog. Obviously we've left them home longer, like 6-7 hours, but I don't want my puppies to be alone that long. So we brought them over last night, and exciting announcement, Catherine Cowles is now on KU. That just happened today. I posted my photo. I'm super excited for her. If you have not yet read Catherine Cowles, check her out on KU. You guys know I'm obsessed with her. I love her. So if you like small town, read her. Like, I feel like if you like the books in this vlog, Beyond the Thistles and the Rewriter Story, if you like those or are interested in those, check out Catherine too, because she writes romantic suspense, small town. So yeah, that's my update for you. I am listening to Claire Contreras' book, which I wanted to include in this vlog, but I don't know if I'll finish by the time I want to edit this. So it's Until I Get You. It's romantic suspense, and they meet when he's a hockey player and like fall madly in love with one another, but she has a stalker. And so she breaks up with him because of the stalker, and now it's 3 years in the future, and she is hiding from the love interest and her stalker, and now they're back in each other's lives. And it's always like, it's always been you, and it was gonna be you no matter what kind of scenario, and I really like it, but it's a little long. It's a 15-hour audiobook, so I have 3.5 hours left of that one, and I'm really enjoying it too. It is a recent release. I think it came out last month, so yeah. I have to go work out though, and I will chat with you guys when I'm done with my book. We got Eva and Bailey, hello. And then we have Miss Lil, hello, hello. Where's Gigi? And Darcy, hi Darcy. Gigi? Gigi? Where's Gigi? Hi. Hi. Okay. Hi guys, I'm here to close out this vlog. I have 5 dogs in my house right now. My parents are getting their deck redone, like fixed. So all their dogs are here. They have 3 and we have 2. And our house is smaller than theirs, so it's a big difference from having all the dogs at their house versus having all the dogs here. Plus I have a lot of stuff upstairs, so we closed off the upstairs where my loft is, my library is, my bedroom is. So they're all running around downstairs. Though they're being really good right now. They're just hanging out and laying around. So I just got home from work, and I did finish 2 books. So I finished Kat Singleton's, and I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I loved how head over heels they were for each other, and I love the secrets like revealed throughout about their past, and like who knew about it and who was trying to get them together, and it was so sweet. And it was really sad because part of it had to do with his mom, and I really liked it. I did think that there was too much spice in the second half, and I didn't love the sister's dilemma with the guy. That felt a little over the top, that I think was setting up for book 2, so 4.5 stars. And I did finish my Claire Contreras, and I'm giving that one 4 stars. I liked it, but I think it was a little too long, and the suspense I feel like should have been more throughout. So the suspense was really in the beginning when they were torn apart, and then the end to like conclude the suspense, and there wasn't a lot like in between. She had a reason for it. Okay, hi. You can sit here with me while I talk to the camera. I'm just gonna sit here with Gigi, with her she gets a little anxious without my parents. She's the only one who's just like panting because she's nervous. But I would have liked a little bit more suspense all throughout. It definitely trigger warnings though for sexual assault and stalking and like murder, but it was fun. And I really like how like absolutely obsessed with each other. Maybe I'll give it 4.5 stars because, sorry, can you hear Gigi's panting behind the camera? I might give it 4.5 stars because I did really like how like they were literal soulmates and like they compared everybody in their futures to each other. And they were like, there's literally no one in the world but you. And he got very protective and obsessive and possessive and like wanting to marry her in their future. So I really liked it. I'm trying to talk with Gigi in my face. I did really like it. So I think maybe I'll give it 4.5 stars. Just like the Cat Singleton. This vlog though was so good. I had so many good reads. Definitely check them all out. I will link them all below. All newer releases, so check them out. And that's all I have. Let me know if you've read any new releases lately. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.